Hey guys, this is Lauren. So, first things first, I am so sorry I have been gone so long. I really did not mean for it to go, 2-3 months without making a video. My life has been insanely busy. 2 weeks ago we had Nighthawk, which is the National Invitational Tournament of Champions. It is our national speech and debate tournament. Think of it like the Super Bowl or World Cup of speech and debate. So it's a pretty big deal. There were over 600 competitors, and it was in California, right by the fires. So we had to relocate every couple of days. And this tournament is a 5-6 day long tournament. So it's kind of insane. And trying to find a facility for 1,000 people over the period of a competitive season is hard enough. Trying to find a facility that houses 1,000 people every couple of days is even harder. So that took a lot out of me, and so I've just been recovering these past couple of days, just trying to, just recover and everything. But as you can tell from the title of my video, this is my MIA book haul. All of the books I received, or bought actually, more accurately, while I have been missing in action. So let's just get started. Now this first book we found at a little bookstore called Eagle Harbor Bookshop, or bookstore, on Bainbridge Island in Seattle. My mom and I went down to Seattle for a speech and debate tournament, which is pretty much what my life revolves around, and found this bookstore on Bainbridge Island. And it took all of my willpower to only get one book, and that book was Wolf Speaker by Tamora Pierce. I have already read this book. I have already loved this book. It is fantastic. I love Tamora Pierce. She is one of my favorite authors, and this is the second book in the Immortal series. The next book I got for the specific purpose of reading on the beach in California, which I did, and that is Cards on the Table by Agatha Christie. Now, this is a mystery novel. Really enjoyed it. She's one of the few mystery authors that I can't guess the ending for. And the other one, of course, is the Sherlock Holmes series. Very seldom do I actually guess the ending to that one. The next book I'm super excited for, circulating YouTube for a very, very long time, and that is Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. This is a fantasy novel about an assassin. That is all I know about it, because I don't want to get spoiled for it. I'm super excited to read this. The next book I have already read, and it is a contemporary, and it is Cross My Heart, Hope to Spy by Ally Carter. This is the second book in the Gallagher Girl Academy series, and this is simply about a girl who is a spy, and she goes to the Gallagher Girl Academy, which everyone on the outside thinks is this prestigious private school for girls, when in reality it's a spy school. I love these books. They're super good, and I would highly, highly recommend them. The next book I have, again, already read and loved, and that is Torrent by Lisa T. Berggren. This is the third book in the River of Time series, and it's about these girls, Gabby and Leah. I don't know why I just forgot her name, but they find these ruins and get transported back to medieval Italy. So this is fantasy, time travel, romance, novel, action. It has just about everything in it. It's so good. That leads me to my second book, which has nothing to do with the River of Time series, but that is Shatter Me by Tahereh Mafi. Now, this book has been circulating book 2 for a very long time. I've already read it and I really enjoyed it. There were a couple things that kind of bugged me, but it was really cool. And if you see here, it says, "My touch is lethal," and then it's crossed out, and then it says, "My touch is power." And throughout the book, there will be things where she writes and then she crosses it out, which I think is really unique and really fun, and I quite enjoy it. Plus the cover is gorgeous. The next book is another book in a series, and it is The House of Hades by Rick Riordan. This is the fourth book in the Heroes of Olympus series, and I'm really excited to read this one. Okay, the next book I'm super excited for. Now, for those of you who don't know, I am a French student. I'm currently learning French. I plan to minor in French in college in 2 years. And so my friend Carlin, one of my dear friends, has been really recommending this book because there's a lot of French in it, and it was originally written in French, and I've been wanting to read it for a very long time, and it is The Count of Monte Cristo by Alexander Dumas. And this book has a really big and complicated plot, so I don't want to butcher it, so I would just recommend just to look it up if you are curious as to what it is. And so, isn't this gorgeous though? It's the Barnes & Noble Leatherbound Classic Edition. Yes, and so it's just a beautiful book. I mean, there's like guys, or there's the castle, and there's swords, and then on the spine there's guys fighting. I seriously love, love, love the Barnes & Noble Classics. I plan to collect all of them, and they're only like $18, so this is seriously like a good deal for $18. And there's the boat on the back, and it's like 2,000 pages, and I'm super excited to read this one. Alright, so the next one I got as part of a book outlet order, and I'm sorry, I'm looking at books, but I only ordered 2 books for this specific order. The first one is Blue Flame by K.M. Grant. I'm not really sure what this one is about. I know it takes place like during the Crusades. It talks about Richard the Lionheart, and he's protecting the Blue Flame. So it's kind of like set during the time of Robin Hood. Which, hey, I'll do that. And it's the first book in a trilogy, so it has ratings on Goodreads, but it was like 79 cents, so I got it. And the main reason I made that order was actually for this book, Warped by Marissa Gubord. This is a book about a girl who, she like finds this tapestry in the attic, and then she pulls a thread and it like unravels history or something like that. Oh no, she's transported to the 16th century, something like that. But the main reason I got it was because of the signature. So it's signed by the author, which I find incredibly cool. I love books signed by the author. Then again, who doesn't? But yeah, it looks pretty interesting. The next book I got and have read, I read this a while ago, but I was just so in the mood for it. I read it in like 2 days, and the movie just came out, which I still haven't seen because I'm waiting for a friend of mine to get back from vacation. And you've probably guessed it, it is The Fault in Our Stars by John Green. I loved this book. I cried solid. Like, I didn't just cry, I sobbed through the last 5 chapters of this book. Never sobbed so hard in a book. The next book I bought because the movie is also coming out, and this is If I Stay by Gail Foreman. The movie trailer looks so good, I decided to get the book, and I was sorely disappointed. I gave this book 2 or 3 stars. I was just very disappointed. I hope to do a review soon, but I am still going to watch the movie. I have a feeling that the movie is going to be one of those few cases where the movie is better than the book. Okay, the next book I am currently reading and currently enjoying, and that is The Darkest Minds by Alexander Bracken. This book is about kids have superpowers, and they're kept in these camps. They're categorized into different places. Yellow, I think, controls electricity. Orange is mind control. Yeah, I haven't quite figured out all of the colors yet, but it's super interesting, and I'm really enjoying it. So I'm about that far in. It's a really heavy book. Like, it's 450 pages, but it's so compressed, it's like super heavy. Alright, now a couple of months ago, I visited my grandmother because she lives up in Pueblo, and I just hadn't been able to see her because I was so busy. So I took a weekend and said, okay, I have to do my school, but I'm going to come up there and stay with you. And she was like, yes! Well, during that time, it was her church's 15th anniversary, and so they were handing out presents or gifts to the guests. And all of the girls got a book, which I was super excited about, and it is this one. It is called Time and Seasons by Beverly LaHaye and Terry Blackstock. This is a book about this community. Okay, this is what I know. It's about this community who comes together after the main character's son is arrested and put in jail for selling drugs. So it sounds like a really interesting novel. My friend Mel said that it was really good, and I really trust her opinion about books. The next 2 books, I'm super excited about that. I got them in the same trip. There's this book in Pueblo called Tumbleweed Bookstore. If you are ever in Pueblo, go there. It's amazing. It's full of secondhand books, but not just any secondhand books. I mean, there are some like modern secondhand books, but they also sell a lot of old books. So I got 2 books there. The first one is this one, and it's upside down. This one, and it is The Favorite Short Stories of W. Somit Moghen. Look at this spine. Oh my gosh. It's like oriental and it's all like gold and it's orange and it's so pretty. And it was published in 1937, excuse me. Some of the short stories are really bizarre. Like some of the names, there's one, it's like Alien Corn, and then there's the Hairless Mexican. So it's super interesting. This author, apparently, according to Wikipedia, is one of the most famous authors during the 1930s. He was the best-selling author in the 1930s, as well as the richest writer in the 1930s. His spy novels inspired the James Bond novels and movies, so that's pretty cool. He writes pretty well. I'm enjoying it. I try to read like one short story whenever I feel like it. But this bookmark I also got. I forgot to tell you guys about this, but at Barnes & Noble I bought this bookmark. And it is Doctor Who, and it's the Vincent van Gogh from the Vincent van Gogh episode. And it's super cool, and I love it. And now we're off track. Now, let's go back to this next book. I am super excited for Prepare Yourselves for Something Awesome. And I can tell you right now, this book was published in the 1800s. It is Whittier's Poems. Is that not gorgeous? It's so pretty. I love Whittier. It's all of his poems, not all of them, but it's a lot of them. The spine is gorgeous, so is this. And the most interesting thing is there's this sign, and it says December 25th, 1885. Hey guys, so first of all, sorry for the weird lighting. The sun is quickly fading, but I wanted to do an unboxing for you guys. So I've been waiting for this package for a really long time. I know exactly what's in it, and I got an email saying that it should be here today, and I was practicing for my auditions, which are happening tomorrow, the 11th. By the time you guys see this, it'll probably have already happened because of the drama with my editing software. But I just thought I'd make a real quick unboxing video and add it to my MIA book haul. So yeah, let's just get right into it, and hopefully this works the first time because there isn't a second chance. It has deckled edges. Paper. Some $170 gift voucher. Wonder if that's valid. More paper, more paper, more paper. Here is the book. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. This is The Glass Sentence by S.E. Grove. Now, quite a few people have actually been hauling this. They've gotten advanced copies, and I don't believe this comes out for like a couple more days, but I got it a little bit early. I think it actually comes out tomorrow, but I got it a little early, and okay, this is the reason why I bought it. In this book, each continent is set in a different time period. I am so excited, and this cover is gorgeous. And see, okay, so it's like paper parchment-y. Let me get a little closer. It's like paper parchment-y, and it is about map making. And so then you open it, and there's this, which is so cool. So this is kind of see-through, and it kind of just bleeds through this. Is it not cool? Oh, I'm so excited. So yeah guys, this is it, and again, sorry for the weird camera angle and the slight unfocusedness of this video, but I just had to do this for you so I could start reading it soon. So excited. Anyway, see you guys later. Bye.